Hi, my name is Krista Naden, and I'm going to be talking about human resources. The first thing I'm going to talk about are your key skills and qualifiers. So the first thing is the ability to quickly adopt new technology. The industry is adapting to the technological changes that we are seeing in society, and it's definitely becoming an integral part of the role. So your ability to adopt to this new technology is very important in how you are able to function as a human resources personnel. Another skill that's extremely important is active listening. Human resources requires a collaborative environment, and your ability to work with others is an indicator of how well you're able to maintain this position. So knowing when to ask questions, not interrupting, when to add to the conversation really is a sign of your ability to actively listen. Another skill that's really important is your reading comprehension ability. In a human resources role, there's a lot of administrative work, and your ability to understand these documents and respond appropriately is key. The next two bullets, speaking and writing, kind of go together. They talk a lot about communication, which is really at the core of human resources. So being able to present ideas, being able to write down ideas, and lead a team in any moment is really important. The next skill that's really important is critical thinking. A lot of human resources is problem solving, so your ability to take a situation and figure it out and work with a team is dire to the position. And then these next three bullets go together: cooperation, integrity, and concern for others. Human resources has a lot of influence over the company's culture, and creating a basis for healthy and productive work relationships is really important and one of the core attributes of that position. The next thing I'm going to talk about is technological developments. There's a large trend moving towards in-house software to manage personnel and administrative data. In this regard, it reduces risk of litigation and compliance issues. And this software industry has seen extreme growth over the past couple of years, rising at an annual rate of 6.7%. And there's a lot of private investment in this software. So it's definitely important to the industry. The next is the use of video and interactive technology during screening and recruitment processes. This is seen a lot during first round or second round interviews. Lots of companies have turned to interactive video screening processes to cut down candidates. And I also believe that this opens employment opportunities because these video calls are more accessible to more people who may not be able to physically be at the company to do an in-person interview. The next is psychometric testing. This is similar to personality testing, and this can test for your work style, your interpersonal skills, motivations, and abilities to work in a team. So this makes the process more efficient for first round interviews. And then lastly is electronic mail software. This is just a key part of your position as someone who's in human resources, being able to communicate on the computer. The next is employment outlook. As you can see, there's kind of a general increase in annual income and general growth for all of these positions, although we do see a slight decline in human resources assistants. But in general, average growth across the field that demands high competition for positions. Precarity for workers and industry trends. There's an increased trend in outsourcing. And so businesses don't need to hire additional HR staff, which can be a concern if you are working at a small company who might just get software that can kind of take over. Another thing is that demand is highly dependent on economic markets. This is important because less businesses mean less potential clients, and that is kind of what controls the moderate revenue volatility. It puts the general income at risk for a lot of these workers. Also, there's an increase in technology, which decreases human capital. If they're able to get software in to do these administrative positions, then they don't need you anymore. And then an increasing older population that leads to changes in industry mobility. If there are older people who are staying in the industry, then you're going to have less of an opportunity to become a manager at some point, which would lead to more income. Just some general tools for learning. There are a bunch of human resources societies, mentors that you can be in touch with, and just overall associations that you can use to keep up with the news and the general trends. And then these are my sources. Thank you so much.